One of the things that surprised me in both being a leader and then working with leaders is just how much emotion affects all of us. Do you ever feel like your own emotions like move up and down just way too much? Sometimes you're feeling like your leadership in life is great, things are good, and then almost without warning, like you hit wham, you move from excitement to discouragement. Or as Catholic writer Henry Nouwen wrote, from joy to sorrow, from inner harmony to inner chaos. And it's something like a little event or a word from someone, or you get a no, and your mood moves from bright to dark. Hey, I'm Jeff Calliguire, and I've had the opportunity to work in these areas with leaders for the past 22 years, not to mention work on it constantly in my own life and leadership. But the idea of leading with constant hope is more relevant and needed than I think ever. And it sometimes comes from times that feel unexpected or unwelcome in leaders and entrepreneurs. When you feel like you have so many good things and there's progress, and then things don't happen the way you want them to. You sense progress one day and you feel like things are great, and then you get the setbacks. Hey, one day you can feel like you can take on the whole world, and the same person, you, feels like you're asking, who the heck am I? How did I get to be in this position? And so I'm not surprised by those questions, first, even coming from senior leaders and people who've had experience. And secondly, those swings into darkness don't need to be so common or pervasive or consistent. And often it comes from asking yourself two questions that you're probably asking yourself unconsciously or subconsciously. The first question is, am I cursed? The second one is, am I blessed? It's like they're competing. Am I cursed? I can't do anything. I'm just not good, or I'm blessed. Good things happen to me. I've got so much to be grateful for. In the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, verse 4, verse 23, it says that it depends on how doing this one thing that most of us were never taught. It says, guard your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the spring of life. In other words, that there's this muscle we need to develop that guards ourselves from hearing I'm cursed and knows how to replace it constantly and consistently with I'm 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 blessed. I see hope. I'm not cursed. No matter what happens, I'm not going to listen to that voice that's pushing me down, trying to drown me. Instead, I'm going to hear you're blessed. And every morning, it's like a discipline I know I need to go through. Instead of going, oh man, I've got so much to do today. I can't get it all done. Things are going to be bad, to, wow, this is a great new day. I am blessed. I've got the opportunity to do this work, to do this leadership. And so the more that you're hearing you're blessed as a way of life, the more being afraid, being anxious, and fear are going to be overcome with enjoyment, peace, being able to be uh, kind and patient. So if you're dealing with any of those voices today and you're hearing maybe you're stuck, this isn't going to work. What if you're just, for today, every time that voice comes to you, say, I'm blessed. I'm not cursed. I'm going to live in that voice just for today. And then tomorrow you can deal with that too. Hey, if you want to go deeper on this and talk, I'm glad to do a little session called The Big Shift where we can explore. You can work with me or someone on my team, and we can see how can this become a regular practice for you and your leadership. Thanks for taking the time. Follow me on YouTube and stay in touch. God bless.